Hi, this is Paul Adams, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Strategic Marketing for Video Plus. First off, welcome to the blog. If it's your first time here, you picked a great time to check us out. If you've been here before, I'm thrilled that you've decided to come back and be a part of it. In my position here at Video Plus, I'm fortunate to get to work with lots of different direct selling companies and help them with some of the unique challenges of our industry. Our sole purpose for this blog is to share some of the insights that we learn and help others either avoid or overcome these challenges on the way to building successful direct selling companies. With that in mind, today's a special treat for me. You see, over the past 22 plus years, we've discovered a series of common challenges that most companies face. And one in particular, if addressed properly and improved upon even the slightest, could dramatically increase their sales, productivity, and profitability. So let's get right to it. Let me start by asking what might be a scary question. How many people sign up in your company intending to build a business but never sell a single product or recruit a single person? I've heard over and over from leaders of small, medium, and giant direct selling companies that on average, 80% of the people that sign up in their organizations do absolutely nothing with their new business. Nothing. That means that after all the no's, all the rejection, all the naysayers your people had to wade through, when they finally do get someone to sign up, 80% don't stick around long enough to experience any success or produce any results for the recruiter and for your financial statement. Oh, sure, there are some companies that do a lot better than that, and I congratulate them. However, for every one of those, I can probably point to another company that has a number more like 85 or even 90%. This is an enormous problem across the industry, and certainly a huge problem in the ongoing building and growth of your company. So, what happens between the excitement of the sign-up and the quitting? What factors influence that person to quit? What could have been done to prevent it? How can you support, protect, and emotionally engage every new recruit into your company faster and more efficiently? That's the issue we're going to address in this video series. Preventing chronic new recruit fallout, success strategies to secure, engage, and activate your new representatives. Now imagine the financial impact of improving the retention of new recruits even by just a few percentage points. Use your own numbers. What's an active distributor worth to your company? Now, increase the success percentage by just a couple of points. What would that do to your business? It could be the difference that could take your company to the next level of success. Clearly, this is a really big issue and one that deserves some of the serious study and discussion. That's why I asked my friend Darren Hardy, publisher and editorial director of Success Magazine, to join me in this exclusive video series. Darren has been a student and practitioner of human behavior and performance for more than 2 decades. And as publisher of Success Magazine, Darren has had the opportunity to sit down and interview many of today's top leaders at the highest levels of business, entertainment, and even Olympic athletes. What Darren is going to do today is take what he's learned in his study of the highest performing organizations in the world and translate some of those insights and apply them to the direct selling and network marketing business for us. You need to know, Darren has also lived in this industry and is intimately familiar with behavior and challenges people face trying to be successful in direct selling. Because of this, there's probably no one more qualified to discuss some of the core reasons why people quit before they really get started. And more importantly, how to go about turning those problems into a great opportunity. In simple terms, Darren gets it. Darren, welcome. I'm delighted to get the chance to do this together.
Paul, my pleasure. Looking forward to it.
This is going to be great. And I really think we can impact not only the companies, but the individual reps out in the field. Here's the problem I see, Darren. Thousands of people sign up in direct selling. Thousands of people have in their mind that they're going to go do something, but they never even get started. They just never take the first step to be successful. So why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's important to remember what it's like for a brand new person just getting started in this endeavor. I mean, not only what they're thinking, but what they're feeling and experiencing. For most of them, this idea just sort of came out of left field. I mean, one minute they're going about their life, minding their own business. The next minute someone shows them a video or a magazine or has them listen to a conference call or invites them to a home party or to a meeting. And then the next day, they're staring at a list of prospects that have names of their friends and family who they're supposed to call to recruit into this new business. Essentially, they are fish sort of thrown up onto land and told that they're supposed to start walking. Maybe they even called one of those friends and just got an earful of someone's supposed MLM horror story that their friend's friend experienced. So now they're shaken, they're unsure, they're uneasy, and they're wondering if they made the right decision. Is this really for them? Maybe they don't have the right people Maybe they don't really have the time, or maybe they don't have the right background, etc. The mind starts inventing all sorts of creative alibis to justify their fear and initial uneasiness. So here's the big problem. Someone just signing up in a network marketing company has very little to no financial investment or emotional investment even to make it work. This isn't something that they dreamed of doing since they were a kid, or they didn't spend $500,000 to start this business, or even $50,000 to buy the rights to the franchise. They have no real skin in the game, as Warren Buffett calls it. So it doesn't take much of a wind to blow them right out of the business. You can sort of see this like a balance scale. On one scale, you have their emotional, mental, and financial commitment to sort of stick with this and be resilient. Because there's so little over here, it doesn't take much on the other scale to blow them right out of the business. I mean, it could even be the little voice in their head, or the lack of belief that they can do it, or even simply a small snub by a friend or a coworker or an acquaintance at the gym that they tell them about what they're doing. The slightest weight applied over here, and they're through. And we see this all the time. It's one of the biggest reasons why there's this sort of giant turnstile at the entry door of this industry. Not because there's a problem with the industry. It's because without a deep enough emotional commitment, established people are too easily knocked out before they even get a chance to get started.
Well, I mean, that's a huge problem. Is there anything we can do about it? Is there anything a company can do about it to make sure that they don't lose these people before they ever get started?
Yeah, I think there is. It's a new way of thinking, but I think there really needs to be a new entrepreneur inoculation program. I mean, a program that warns them about what they're going to feel and experience before it happens. It's kind of like a Houdini, who could withstand any blow anyone can give him with a punch to the stomach, until one day someone punched him when he wasn't expecting it, and he died from the injuries. When you sign someone up to become self-employed or self-responsible as an entrepreneur for the first time, it's kind of like sending someone down a dark tunnel without telling them that there is a train that travels through the tunnel and what to do when they see it coming. Left unwarned, it could be fatal. So the program has to meet them where they're at, these new people just getting started, and relate with them. I like to remind everybody that every great, seemingly fearless achiever started out scared, frightened, and unsure of themselves. This is true for Richard Branson, Donald Trump, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. Everyone starts out scared, unsure, and tentative. It's normal. It's okay. They might say to themselves, yeah, well, it might have worked for others, but I'm not sure I can do it. They might think, I'm not like that guy or gal. I don't have the skills. I don't know the right people. I don't have the time, etc., etc. It's important to remind them and show them people who are less smart, have less skills, who started out more broke, who know less people, and might even be a little uglier than them, who have gone on to make tremendous success at the very same business that they've had the opportunity to join. Understanding not only their success, but also the doubts, fears, emotional hurdles that they had to overcome to succeed themselves. So you want them to turn, I don't think I can do it, to, if they can do it, there's no telling what I can do. In my opinion, this is one of the most important functions the company's leadership can do. Help inoculate, prepare, and protect the brand new person just getting started. I think there should be a standardized and reliable system that accomplishes all of these mental and psychological objectives that's used company-wide. So it's something that's easily digestible. It gets in the hands of every new person immediately before it's too late.
You know, Darren, I've heard you say this, and I love it, that it's important to take the decision from their head to their heart as fast as possible. What do you mean by that? And what can a company leadership do about getting that decision made in the right order?
Yeah, I think this goes back to the balance scale again. If they're doing this business motivated only by collecting dirty pieces of paper with deceased presidents on them, they're in trouble. Money alone does not add much weight to the balance scale. Their motivation has to move from their head down to their heart. You have to add emotional weight to this side of the scale. So, how do you do that? You have to hook their why, their deep, personal, and passionate reasons for wanting to achieve more and have more. And then associate that and those passions and those reasons with your opportunity as fast as possible. You know, you have to identify someone's reasons why so they are willing to endure the how. Do they want to buy a home for their aging parents so they don't have to worry about their financial future? Do they want to afford to send their children to the best universities around the world? Do they want to help build a new wing for the church, or support a family member, or support a cause they believe in? If you can show them how your opportunity could be what delivers that for them, they're all in. That is how to move commitment from their head and their wallet into their heart. That is how you add significant weight to the left side of the balance scale. Now, I know that most people already know this, but do you have a system for truly educating them, inspiring them, and then walking them through exactly how to identify and connect with their deep and innermost reasons why? See, knowing is important, but having a system for doing it are two totally different things.
Darren, I think that's a great point. Now, obviously, most company leaders want to get their new reps into some action immediately. And I'm a big believer that if we can get someone to achieve some success in their first 7, their first 10, their first 30 days, we can impact retention in a really positive way. I mean, imagine on day 1 when they get their new starter kit. That day's full of emotions. There's excitement, there's fear, anticipation, hesitation. I mean, this is all wrapped up into one big bundle of nerves. So do you have any suggestions for getting these new, really green new reps into immediate action that has some probability of being successful?
Yes, I have a great suggestion for this. If you want people to eliminate what they find painful and what they fear, make what they find painful pleasurable, and make what they fear something they actually strive for. So instead of sending new people out to see how many yeses they can get, knowing that you are sending them into a minefield of probably maybe unexpected no's, instead start everyone off with a no goal. Hey, look, we know it simply comes down to a numbers game, right? So what leaders need to do is to get people to work their people through the numbers so that they're not blown out by the first defeat. So to do that, turn defeat into victory. Make the no's the goal. Challenge every new distributor to use your system and your tools and go out and get 10 no's in the first 7 days. They will have a 10 times greater chance of getting to a yes if they quickly introduce 20 to 30 people, which is what it will take to get 10 solid no's, using the company's tools. We know the best antidote for someone quitting is having them realize some success, and having someone sign up with them adds a lot of weight to that left side of the balance scale.
That's a really great way of looking at it, Darren. I think you're spot on. Okay, that's all the time we have on today's special video session. I hope you picked up on an idea, a reminder, a bit of inspiration that can have an impact on how you're helping the biggest and most important base of your business. That's the brand new person just getting started today. What we know for sure is your future is dependent on whether they stay or go, and whether they get started right or not. There's more to come. Don't miss the next 2 video sessions coming up in the next few weeks. Thanks for being here, and let me recommend that you pass the access to this exclusive blog series on to the rest of your team to enjoy as well. See you next week.